At Dierbergs, we don't have automotive departments. We have meat departments
with skilled meat cutters
that make all the difference.
Our fresh USDA choice beef
is prepared fresh daily
in our stores.
If you want a special cut,
just ask me, or me, or me, or me. We're here to help. Because when it comes to fresh meat, experience matters.
Shop where it's freshest. It's fresh, it's friendly, it's Dierbergs.
Welcome back. Now it's time to talk about a spring celebration menu, and it seems like so often a ham is just going to be the perfect entree.
Right, and there are always a lot of options to choose from. When you're entertaining a large group, there's nothing more economical or delicious than a whole or a half ham. You can ask the meat department to pre-slice it for you, and for a great recipe, be sure to check out our beer-basted ham at Dierbergs.com.
It's really delicious. Now, when you want the really great taste and the wow factor of serving a bone-in ham, you can turn to Dierbergs Deli. They have a signature honey encrusted ham. It's already spiral sliced, and they put this wonderful glaze on it. So you just pop it in the oven, you heat it up, and the deli does all the work. You get all the credit.
Not a bad idea. Now, when you're entertaining a smaller group, we recommend our ham and croûte. We're using the petite ham. This is a Dierbergs ham, and we found it has the most tender, delicate flavor of all of the varieties. You just want to use a paper towel to take off any moisture. I'll set that aside. We're going to roll this in puff pastry. When you're working with puff pastry, be sure to let it sit in the refrigerator overnight to completely thaw. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap one sheet. You might want to put down a little bit of flour. And to make this really easy, I'm rolling it out between 2 sheets of plastic wrap. Now I want this to be about a 12-inch square. We're right on the money. Now the next step is brushing it with some mustard. You can use a coarse mustard if you prefer. I like a little spicy heat with the ham, so I'm using a horseradish mustard. Spread some out. You're going to work all the way out, leaving an inch border on all sides. Now the next step is brushing this with a little egg wash, just around the whole outer edge. I'll go ahead and place the ham right down on the pastry. And if you need to, you can use the plastic wrap to help guide the pastry up. You're going to wrap the whole ham in the pastry. You just want to gather up the edges as you go. Just press lightly. That egg wash will help the pastry adhere. There we go. Now I'm going to bake this on a parchment-lined baking sheet. And you'll just use the extra egg wash to brush the entire surface. This is going to make the pastry nice and golden brown. And the final step is just adding some decorative slits on top. Just a few lines with a sharp knife. There we go. And this is ready to go into a 400-degree oven until that pastry is golden brown and the ham is cooked.
And we have one here that just came out of the oven. You can see how beautiful it is. The pastry gets all flaky and puffed up, and it's just so delicious. We suggest that you just put a little dish of the mustard alongside the ham, and if you slice it as you serve, then your guests can see how beautiful this whole ham is once it's in the pastry. Now in the magazine, we give you the complete menu plan. We have several different salads. One is a fruit salad that's fresh pineapple with fresh berries, and there's a wonderful apricot glaze to go with that. There's a 1 potato, 2 potato salad that has white and sweet potatoes. They're mixed together with a nice creamy dressing. We have a white cheddar biscuit. It's really flaky and just savory and delicious. And there's also several variations on a deviled egg. Now, wait till you see what we have planned for dessert. We're going to be making some surprise-filled cupcakes, and the first step is to make up a carrot cake batter, and then we bake them in muffin cups, but we use double liners, double papers, so that we would keep that nice, pretty pastel color. Then for the next step, we're going to make the filling. This is a mixture of cream cheese, powdered sugar, and vanilla. I just beat that until it was smooth, and I'm going to put it right down inside of an icing bag. Now that's something that you can pick up at Dierbergs. And we're just going to spoon it down into here. I'm using a glass to help support the bag. I'll just squeeze the filling down to the bottom end of the bag so I can twist the top, that way it won't come out the top end. And then the bag has this really nice tip on it, perfect for inserting into each cupcake, and we're just going to squirt about 2 teaspoons of the filling into each cupcake.
Nice little surprise on the inside.
Oh, it's really good and creamy.
Now, while you work on that, I'm going to go ahead and put together the buttercream frosting. For that, I've already softened some butter. I'm going to add some powdered sugar along with a little bit of milk and some pure vanilla. Now, just beat this until it's light and fluffy. The frosting is nice and smooth. The first thing I want to do is reserve about a 1/4 cup or so. I'll hand that over to you.
Great, thank you. I'm going to put a little bit of green food color in this, and we're going to use that to make the decorations.
Okay, and now it's time to frost. You just want to add a nice dollop of the buttercream to each cupcake and give it a couple of swirls. There we go.
Okay, now we're ready for the fun part. We're going to add the decorations, and I'm going to just take some candy corn. I'll place one on top of each one of the cupcakes. And I took that green frosting and I put it inside of another pastry bag. This time I'm using a star tip. I'm just going to pipe a little star, like a carrot top, on each one. There we go.
Cute.
Yeah, how cute is that?
Now in the magazine, we've got the whole menu, so be sure to check that out in Everybody Cooks. If you're looking for one other idea for a fun recipe or a great way to set off that holiday table, be sure to check out our Crazy Daisy cookie bouquet.
That starts with a really good cookie dough. You're going to love working with it because it's so easy, and then you can pick up the cute little daisy cookie cutter in the gadget aisle at Dierbergs.
And we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it's Tony LaRussa in the kitchen, so stay tuned.